Today we're going to talk about how to build a 6 to 8 figure automation business. If you want to work with more businesses and maximize your earning potential, going from small automation projects to signing big contracts that keeps you engaged with that business for the long term, you need to learn the 3 things that are keeping businesses from adopting AI and automations. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 3 layers of AI adoption, the 3 things that every business needs in order to embrace automation, and how you can execute on all those 3 layers. And after watching this, I guarantee you'll be able to charge not just $2,000 or $3,000 per automation or service. You'll be able to charge $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 and stay on a retainer with most customers that you work with. And I'm also going to give you 2 tools that's going to allow you to maximize how much you can bill these clients. These 2 tools are the same tools that me and my team have been working on and using for the last 2 years. It's the same tools that's allowed us to work with some of the biggest brands in tech. If you don't know, my name is Eder. I'm the founder of Snack Prompt. We are the world's first automation marketplace. We launched nearly 2 years ago, and within 3 months, we had 1.3 million users on our platform. We grew faster than just about any other AI startup. We were one of the fastest growing AI products that launched shortly after the launch of ChatGPT. Some of the biggest companies in the world uses our technology today, and our goal is to open all of that up to you, to our community. More than anything, we want to invest in the people that's building alongside us. So if you're inside the Stupid Simple Automation School community, we're going to give you everything. I literally mean everything. I'm going to be doing weekly calls, looking at the automations you're building, helping you optimize those automations, and not just me, my entire team. From our COO, who was a senior consultant at one of the big consulting firms and helped close massive contracts with companies that you will be talking to as well. And he's going to help us understand what it takes to sell to a large corporation and close contracts like that, being able to charge a lot more for the services that we know are worth it. And we'll have some of our developers join some of these calls and help you guys build better automation. But beyond that, we've spent months in preparation to launch this community. We decided that we are going to build automations for our school members. So if you're inside the community, we're going to give you weekly automations that you can go out and bill $5,000 or $10,000 to any client. We'll give those automations to you at no cost. And you may be asking, why? Why help me or hundreds of other people grow an automation business? What's in it for you? Well, part of what you're going to learn today, in order for a business to adopt AI, they need a few things. They need a place to manage their knowledge. They need a place to manage the outputs that AI provides. We've built a lot of these tools. We ask ourselves that we can go one of 2 ways. We can go directly to businesses and show them what we've built, help them to adopt AI, work directly with these businesses and give them these tools. Or we can help agency owners, automation experts, and people that are advanced users, people that are passionate about this stuff, build with some of our tools. By us helping you, the automation agency, the solopreneur, we think that that's the fastest and best way to invest our resources. That if we partner with you and give you the automations and give you the pitch decks and give you the strategies and give you a $10,000, $20,000 automation and say, hey, go sell this to your local dentist, or hey, go sell this to your local car dealership, or maybe to an enterprise customer. If we give you all of the resources and help you and partner with you along the way completely for free, the truth is the customers that you'll begin to onboard and to work with, those customers will also be using our tools. A lot of the automation that we're giving you, it's built on top of our KMS and our OMS, and we'll get to that in just a second, what a KMS is and what an OMS is. So my hope is that if you've joined our community, that you will be able to get more value than anywhere else you can go. So let's dive in. Remember, I talked about 3 layers of AI adoption. There is a context layer, the execution layer, and the validation layer. Now, we've talked to some of the biggest consulting firms in the world and some really big businesses. And when we talk to these businesses, we learn that they're not adopting AI, not because they don't know the power of AI and automation. They're not adopting AI because they're afraid. They're afraid of losing control of their operation or the consistency of the product, not having governance, the ability to decide what tools are being used, how it's being used. And lastly, they don't have visibility. They don't want to adopt AI because they're scared of how their teams will use it. They want to be able to have oversight as to how AI is being adopted and used on a day-to-day basis. And that's why most of the time that a client approaches you, they're not looking for an automation. They're looking for a way to govern AI adoption. They're looking for you to solve one of the biggest problems, which is to give them the confidence to step into this brand new, completely strange new world called AI. Most people gravitate towards what they can understand and control, not what can give them the most returns. A famous psychologist who won a Nobel Prize for this very thing came to a conclusion that people naturally choose what's familiar and predictable, even if another option might offer a bigger reward. We crave certainty over bigger but uncertain wins, which means that businesses aren't looking for something new. They don't want to change. They want to keep doing what they've been doing for 20 plus years, and they want to succeed doing exactly that. People are afraid to change. If you give this person an option that can give them a lot more returns, but it's uncertain and they don't fully grasp, or this option that's stable, that they understand, that it's familiar to them, they're going to choose this option every time. We gravitate towards what we can understand, and we gravitate away from things that are foreign or hard to understand. In order to sell automation to businesses, the goal isn't to sell the automation. The goal is to sell the solution that they need. They want control, they want oversight, they want governance. They want to have a full grip on AI rollout within their operation. They want certainty, and we're going to teach you exactly how to sell them that control. So now we understand. Most agencies are selling the automation, the end-to-end execution. Hey, you want more leads? Let me build an automation that calls your clients for you and converts clients. Yeah, that's cool, but how do I control what this agent is saying? Or maybe you sell them an automation that handles customer support. In their minds, they're thinking, that's cool, but what if that automation goes rogue? What if that agent goes rogue and I can't control it? I'm good, I pass. Whatever solution you're selling your client, chances are it's too foreign and hard for him to understand. You first need to sell the confidence, the control, the governance, and oversight. So after talking to countless businesses and having nearly 35 million workflows distributed on our platform and seeing how businesses are adopting AI firsthand, we know now that what businesses are craving is a context layer and a validation layer, a place to completely control the training and context that goes into AI, that everyone in their organization, it's only going to work from a set of contexts that the higher ups have approved and have full oversight over. And they want to be able to control the output. What is AI producing inside of their corporation? How can they validate everything that's happening over here? This is the OMS, a tool we spent the last 2 years building. So let me show you the tool. Here's a KMS. A KMS is a way to manage knowledge. It's a knowledge management system. I'm going to open a KMS that I've built here on Snack Prompt. I use the template that Snack Prompt provided. During our calls and in future videos, I'm going to walk you step by step on how to make multiple knowledge bases. I'm going to show you how I made a knowledge base of my old newsletters. Every newsletter that I've written, I use to create this knowledge base. And when you give businesses the power to create this synthetic brain, this knowledge base, they now feel like they have control. I get to feed the context that AI uses. You have complete control. Now, this knowledge base that I'm showing you here is ideal for an agency that has multiple clients. Let's just assume the clients that they have is Nike, Snack Prompt, Daily Buy, Eder, Transpark, Score Milk, and so on. Let's look at this first one here that's completed. There's a name, there's a description, so there's all this information about the business. Literally everything from FAQ to testimonials. So for the business owner, he has an agent that calls clients on his behalf, and that agent tries to close deals, right? And that agent gets bombarded with questions. What time does the business close? How much do I pay out of pocket? and all these different questions. But in order for you to build this automation, you have to have a context layer. You have to build this synthetic brain. And you do so right here on Snack Prompts. Now, here's the beauty of this knowledge base, is that I can export just Nike's knowledge base right here. Download knowledge base. I can then download it, and I can inject in any software I built. If I've built an agent on 11 Labs, I can download it and I can upload this file. At this point, it knows everything about this client's business. Now, if it's an agent that you've built using Make or NA8 or Zapier, and you don't want to upload anything, there's no way to upload, right? You need to be able to access this knowledge via an API or a widget. You can then go here, you can copy this knowledge base ID here. Now, everything about Nike is then accessible via our API. Now, if you build a solution on Make, we're already integrated on Make. We're rolling out NA8 and Zapier here in a couple days, but you'll be able to use this get item widget. You'll be able to just paste this ID into that automation. Now, anytime you make any changes on this knowledge base, it changes the automation. It improves and makes the automation smarter, or whatever system that you've integrated this knowledge base with. Now, let's just say you wanted to share this knowledge base with the client and you wanted his help to edit this as well. You can do so. Now, here it is. Here's the client's knowledge base, right? He can go into any one of these sections. Let's just say he wants to change the brand voice. He doesn't like the way something is sounding. He's like, I really don't like these rules. I feel like everything here is great, but I want to make a change. He can simply make a change and say, I want you to be more affirmative. So double down on this. Never cast doubts, not even once. Boom. It's saving in real time. So this whole data set is constantly improving. And as he improves it here, everything that he's built from this knowledge base, it's updated in real time. This is just a small overview. Over the next couple days and the next couple videos, we're going to go in depth on how to build a proper knowledge base. And the beauty is that you only have to build the knowledge base one time. And any other automation you build from then on out, it's going to become incredibly easier to make. So your knowledge base will feed your automations, will feed all the AI tools that your customers are using, and it will feed the software that they use, their tech stack. Whether it's 11 Labs, whether it's Oracle, Salesforce, whether they're using ChatGPT, a custom GPT, all of it, it's working from the same knowledge base, the same synthetic brain. And that customer is going to want to spend money to build that synthetic brain the correct way. I don't know if you've ever used HubSpot or Salesforce. Those are incredibly simple to use tools. It's just CRMs. But Salesforce consultants are charging tens of thousands of dollars to set up a basic CRM structure for customers. And they're building multi-million-dollar businesses doing so. You may be asking, well, can anyone just set a knowledge base themselves? The truth is, they lack the confidence. They don't know if this is the right tool, how to set it up. Is it secure? Is it not? And you're going to be the person to guide them through the process. And in doing so, you'll be able to bill your customers $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $6,000, $7,000 to set up their knowledge base, to integrate it to all of their existing tools and automations, as well as billing them monthly to maintain the knowledge base. Every business needs a context layer in this new age of AI. But that's just one side. That's the prep work. Once you build the knowledge base, you build what's called the OMS, the Output Management System. What if the business owner could see everything that the automations are producing, the AI tools are producing? What if there was a place that he could see everything that's happening in real time? And then he can validate it. He can say, I really like this. I don't like this. And he can say, never enter to any customer this way again. But customers who ask this particular question, this answer is perfect. So I'm going to approve this output and feed that output back into the knowledge base. So he can watch what AI is doing across his organization and then choose what's worth taking from the OMS to the KMS. Let me show you a basic OMS tool, output management system, that we built for a client. So for this client, we helped the agency to build 4 output management systems, 4 OMS systems for 4 different automations. One automation does RSS research. It monitors different websites and it looks for different deals, different real estate deals that are being published within his geolocation. So here are all of the data that the automation is collecting for him. Now he can go right into this table and open as a feed view. The feed view is his OMS. So here he goes into compiled, and every single day, instead of spending hours researching what real estate deals are happening in his area, he simply goes to this link here, which is usually saved right here. This is his OMS, and he just goes through all of these deals. Now he doesn't have to do any more research. He doesn't have to even look anything up. Automation was built and it's feeding the data that he needs every single day. And the things that he likes, let's just say, I really like this deal. I want to cover this on my newsletter. Let's just go ahead and approve. He usually uses this as an approval system, or he tells his assistant, hey, he's able to approve right from here. So while this feed view is one way to manage output, he can use it in different ways. He can view it as a table and approve things one by one. He can click on the content here. He can use the table and view the content right on here as an OMS system. See all of the people that he's monitoring within his real estate company to see what's going on. And the content that he likes, he can move to a different folder. He can approve, he can put a comment. Whatever he wants to do with the output that the automation is creating, he can do so right from here. But chances are he won't want to see a table. He's going to want to stick to some type of feed view, much like this. In short, to my left, we have the KMS, which takes care of the context layer. And to the right, we have the OMS that takes care of the output. This is the validation layer. This is how that business is able to see everything that AI is feeding his entire organization, and he can approve. As you can see here, there's different ways to set up this OMS, and one of the ways is to allow him to approve, or multiple people in his organization to approve what goes back into the knowledge layer. So as the system begins to grow, it gets smarter. There's no way that you will know what to feed your synthetic brain, your knowledge base, and you can't do it all at once. And sometimes you're gonna rely on AI to go out and try to guess the best answer, or do some research and feed the knowledge base on your behalf. If you build an automation that works as an agent that calls customers and book more deals for your client, chances are that customer is going to ask that agent a question that the agent doesn't know. So he's going to guess. And in that guessing, the business owner will be able to see all of the answers that the AI agent is feeding the customers. And he's going to see that, hey, this answer is really, really good, and I want this answer to always be the same. Let me approve it and send it to the knowledge base so that next time that someone asks this question, the agent will know how to answer. So on one side, you have the knowledge base. On the other side, you have an OMS, an output management system. These are the two things that no other automation agency is offering your customers today. This is what's going to give you the edge to be able to not just close more deals, but retain those customers for months and years, and to be able to charge more. Hey, before we even get started building that agent that calls customers on your behalf, let's first build the foundation correctly. I tell a story that when I was building this office, someone promised that they could paint the whole thing in 4 days. On day 3, I came in and they were still taping every inch of my office. And I thought to myself, man, if you spent 3 days just taping and covering things, chances are you're going to be late. You're going to need another 3 to 4 days to paint. I'm not going to get my office back for 8 days total. I came on the 4th day, and within 2 to 3 hours after starting to paint, they were finished. And I learned that if they took 3 days to prep and put most of their attention on the prep work, the output, the end result became incredibly better. Had they not taped the office and just went straight into painting, they would have taken far longer. Why? They would have had to have painted incredibly slow and careful to keep paint from going where it shouldn't go. But because they covered everything, they could come in one fell swoop, just spray the whole thing, and it's done. If you do the prep work correctly, if you help businesses to set up their AI and automation infrastructure, and you can communicate their pain points and the solution to those pain points, which is ultimately control, giving the business the ability to understand how AI is being rolled out within their organization and seeing the outputs in real time. That's what businesses want, though they may not know. They may come to you asking for an automation that increases sales, but in actuality, they're just trying to catch up with their competitors. But they're afraid. But what they really want is some control, some tools that's going to give them peace of mind, that will make them want to adopt AI at full scale. And that's exactly why we're going to teach you how to set up these 3 layers of infrastructure. And lastly is the execution layer. This is when you actually build the automations. And if you lasted this long and if you're still watching this video, I want to let you know that if you're part of this community, chances are you may not even need to build any automations. We're going to work really hard to launch an automation every couple days. Hey, Stupid Simple Automation community, here's an automation that does research for any newsletter operator or media publishers. You can sell this automation for $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. Here it is. Just go sell it, go execute. And if you need any help, let us know. Hey, not just the automation. Here's a proposal. Here's a deck that we've spent days to put together. Use this deck, put your logo on it, and go sell this automation. We want to help you scale, and not just us. We want to create a community that's helping one another. So in this community, we're going to give you everything. The tools to build, to upsell, to maximize the relationship that you will have with your customers and keep them with you for years to come. From weekly calls to daily engagement right here in school, whatever you need, reach out to me, our team. Look out for the next video. We're going to roll out our first fully built automation that we're going to give it to you completely free and teach you how to close your first 5 customers. We can't wait to go on this journey with you.